I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance. You see the devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Tonight on the program, it is round number 10. Yes, that's correct. Sorry, I just had to go through the numbers. Round number 10 of the JSI Racing 360 SmackDown Sprint Car Series, and tonight we come to Weedsport Speedway Park. Tonight, we've got 50 cars in the virtual pit area, so we'll have 5 heat races on the program, 10 laps, top 3 to the main event. And we'll take some consolation races from that, and top 4 to the main event, top 2 from the B-Mains. Coming into tonight, Clayton Tilley is your points leader. He has a 104 points lead over Daniel Boyd, Trevor Bish in third, Trevor Royer fourth, and Max Bevan rounds out the top 5. We've got qualifying about to wrap up on the docket, and here it is. Qualifying is done. Braden Shute goes quick time in the OBR Sim Sports entry. Cameron O'Brien second, quick. Clayton Davies third. Tyler Bish fourth. Braden Miller rounds out the top 5. Then we go back to Landon Cardoza, Ross Kaiser, Harry Stewart, Nathan Norman, and Daniel Boyd. Again, we'll have 5 heat races on the program. Let's take a look at heat race number 1. Braden Shute will start from position number 1. Landon Cardoza lines up from position number 2. Lewis Clark lines up at a position number 3. Daniel Cassidy for JSI Racing will start position number 4. Alex Ryan lines up at a position number 5. Kobe Wright lining up at a position at number 6. Jacob Croker position at number 7. Jake Baines at a position number 8. Craig Plater in the JSI Racing number 8 will start 9th. And Kyle Mock lines up out of position number 10. Hello, Kathy. Hope you are doing fine on this Sunday evening, as we are set for a start next time by. The pace truck will take the right-hand turn on the exit of turn number 4 and give us the green flag. You see the Speed Shop 51 Momentum Sim Sports number 14, the newest member to the team, thanks to Momentum Sim Sports Induced Energy Drink. Landon Cardoza from the United States. We've got, I think we've got about 4 or 5 Americans who have signed into the pit area for tonight to take on Weedsport. And then, of course, later on, in about an hour and a half to 2 hours' time, it's the final round of the UMP Rumble at the dirt track at Charlotte. But we're going to get through some heat racing action here at Weedsport. Green flag is out, we're underway. It's going to be Braden Shute, Landon Cardoza down into turn number 1 and 2. Cardoza down to the race lead. Cardoza dips to the bottom side. Lewis Clark on the inside of Daniel Cassidy as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes the 78 of Kobe Ryan, trying to tackle into turn number 1 and 2. Trying to tackle the 15 of Daniel Cassidy. Cassidy in that 4th and final transfer position. Here comes Alex Ryan, getting by Jacob Croker for positions at number 6 and 7. Meanwhile, Clark coming after the man that originally saw the man that went quick time here this evening at Weedsport. Shoot runs a mini slider line down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. It's still Landon Cardoza leading at the completion of lap number 4. Still 6 circuits remain here in the opening heat race of the night. Lewis Clark, you should have watched the, or you should have read the Power Plat's presentation. That the inside wall does not move. Cassidy in that 4th and final transfer position. Kobe Wright 5th, Croker, Plater 6th and 7th, Baines, Mock and Ryan. 4 to go for your race leader, Cardoza. Starting to feel a little pressure coming right now from Braden Shute in the 76 machine. Can he catch up? Well, he's got some virtual mechanical issues to take care of first, but right now Cardoza just ticking the laps. They'll start it on the outside of the front row. Don't forget, we will have the inversion. It'll be an inversion between 1 to 10. 2 to run for Cardoza, Shute, Clark, and Kobe. No, make that Cassidy in 4th position. Kobe Wright in 5th. Lewis Clark nearly tapped the wall in turns number 1 and 2. So still 10 cars circulating around here at the Weedsport Speedway Park. Down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat number 1. Checkered flag will fly. Landon Cardoza wins. Second will go to Braden Shute. Lewis Clark in 3rd. Daniel Cassidy rounds out your top 4. And that is heat race number 1 complete. So wait for the official results to come up on your screen right now. Here it is. Heat number 1 goes to Landon Cardoza. Braden Shute 2nd. Lewis Clark 3rd. Daniel Cassidy 4th. Those 4 drivers booking their ticket to the main event. Wright, Croker, Plater, Ryan, Mock and Baines all to the B main. Heat race number 2 lining up on the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Cameron O'Brien will start from position number 1. Ross Kaiser, the 92 from 4 Momentum Sim Sports, starts position number 2. Paul Bryan out of position number 3. Andrew Parks lining up from position number 4. Position number 5, driving the 02 machine for Vortex Sim Sports, that's Thomas Mitchell. Position number 6 in the 76 for JSI Racing is Luke Johnson. Continuing on the JSI trend, it's the 5 of Jason Crawford lining up from position number 7 to the outside. The 55 for JSI Racing, William Parlant out of position number 8. Leo Heaton lining up out of position number 9, and Aston Hurley in the Allure Esports number 99 machine lining up from position number 10. Set for a start, this time out of turn number 4. Kaiser and O'Brien. O'Brien on the pole. Kaiser on the outside of the front row. The outside road trying to get a jump on the field. That's Parks and Kaiser. We go into 1 and 2. Kaiser rails the top side down the back straight away. Now going to go to the top in 3 and 4. He's going to get the drive off turn number 4. Ross Kaiser will lead at lap number 1. Parks trying to move into position number 3 from Paul Bryan. Meanwhile, Thomas Mitchell slides up in front of Luke Johnson. Look out, Mitchell into the side there of Andrew Parks. Johnson goes upside down. Aston Hurley from 90's made his way to position number 3. What a drive so far. Up 7 positions at the completion of lap number 3. Still Ross Kaiser leading the way. Cameron O'Brien still runs in the 2nd spot. Aston Hurley 3rd. O'Brien, then you go back to Jason Crawford in the JSI Racing number 5 machine. He's just on the outside looking in at the moment. You go back to Leo Heaton in 6th, Andrew Parks 7th, William Pilot, Thomas Mitchell and Luke Johnson. I believe all these cars are still circulating on the racetrack, albeit having some damage. We are past half race distance in heat race. Heat number 2, again we'll have 5 heat races on the program. Aston Hurley going back to the pits. So that'll move Jason Crawford up to position number 4. White flag is out for Ross Kaiser in the number 4 machine, the 4K. Working down into 3. Out of 4. Stays glued to the bottom side. Ross Kaiser going to get the job. Make it 2 for 2 for the Americans here this evening. O'Brien 2nd. And then Brian 3rd. Crawford and Heaton going to round out the top 5. Of course, that's unofficial. Here is your official results now. Ross Kaiser, Cameron O'Brien, Paul Bryan, Jason Crawford, your top 4. Leo Heaton, Thomas Mitchell, William Pilot, Luke Johnson, Andrew Parks, and Aston Hurley for heat race number 2. Heat number 3 will line up like this. Clayton Davies, the 50 machine for AC Sports, starts out of position number 1. To the outside of the front row, the 11 for United Sim Sports, Harry Stewart, position number 2. Justin Wright, J-Dub in the 78 machine lines up out of position number 3. Max Bevan out of position number 4. It's Billy Ryan in the 33 out of position number 5. Cooper Wilson starts 6. Mitchell Clark lines up out of position number 7. Boyd Bowden out of position number 8. Tony Walsh out of position number 9. And Jared Wollstonecroft in car number 38, lining up out of position number 10. So there we go. Now we can just get J-Dubs fixed up. Well, he's already in the list. There we go. How about we put you there, ready to go. And ready to go out of turn number 4. Davies and Stewart on the front row. Should be a good battle between these two drivers. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Bevan looking down low, trying to get by Harry Stewart. Stewart staying 4 wheels in the fluff and getting a run down into turn number 1 and 2. Davies slides up the racetrack. Clayton Davies continues to hold the lead. Davies going to protect that line down up on the top into turns 3. Now here comes Stewart working down to the inside. Your battle for the race lead is on down into turn number 1 and 2. Bevan and Stewart nearly come together. Stewart was very, very slow, but Davies now going to go to the bottom side down into 3 and 4. He's using a number of different lines. making it very, very difficult for Harry Stewart to get around the number 50 machine. Now Bevan comes back on the inside of Stewart as we work down into turn number 3. Stewart again getting a run in the marbles up on the top side in 3 and 4. Bevan in the 68 again continues to work the bottom side of the racetrack. Cooper Wilson in that 4th and final transfer position. There is Billy Ryan, followed by Mitchell Clark, Jared Wollstonecroft battling it out. Look out, there's some contact with Kyle Larson. No, sorry, that's just Boyd Bowden. No change for the lead at the moment. In fact, no change for our top 5. So we continue to tick the laps away here at the Weedsport Speedway Park. Round number 10 of the 360 Sprint Car Smackdown Series. I'm sure a number of drivers would have liked to take a virtual rain out here at Weedsport, but the sun is shining. And Clayton Davis is shining bright like a diamond right now through turn number 1 and 2. He's got a lap and a half to go to take out heat race number 3. Again, no guaranteed he'll start position number 3 because we will have the inversion between our top 10 drivers. Back straight away for your final time in heat number 3. We've still got another 2 heats to rock after this one. Checkered flag is out. Davies wins from Stewart in 2nd. Bevan 3rd. Wilson 4th. Ryan in 5th. Clark 6th. Boyd Bowden 7th. Wollstonecroft 8th. Justin Wright 9th. And Tony Walsh rounds out the top 10. Heat number 3 is complete, and here come the results on screen. Davey, Stewart, Bevan and Wilson, your top 4. Everybody else 1 of 2 preliminary mains as we get set for heat race number 4. Your starting grid will look like this. Tyler Bish, the Allure Esports number 41 machine, starts out of position number 1. Nathan Norman, the 96 machine, out of position number 2. Joel Berkeley for Slick Sim Sports lines up at a position number 3. Jonathan McKean will start position number 4. Lachlan Horton in the 44 out of position number 5. Tyler Schultz will pilot the 17 machine from position number 6. TV Motorsports Stephen Haley lines up at a position number 7. Riley Simpson out of position number 8. Jason Burke for JSI Racing the 74 out of position number 9. And Corey Borden, who did not make the call. So 9 cars, this will make it 39 drivers out of the 40 who had signed into the virtual pit area tonight. Have taken to the racetrack for heat racing action. And again, there will be an inversion. So Tyler Bish in this one. Pole sitter. 3rd coming into tonight's point series. Daniel Boyd yet to run a heat race, and Clayton Tilley not in attendance here tonight. Looking for the green flag off turn number 4, and there it is. We're underway. Norman gets a good jump on Tyler Bish. Now Bish again, looking to drive straight up back to the race lead down into turn number 3. Here comes Berkeley in the 17 machine. Jeez, Tyler Bish, he's very good on the bottom side, but here comes Berkeley. Berkeley the right front into the left rear there of Tyler Bish. No harm, no foul because Tyler Bish back to the race lead down into turns 3. But here comes Nathan Norman working to the outside. Meanwhile, Tyler Schultz is going to move up to position number 4. And oh boy, Jonathan McKee was just chewed up and spat out. And there is your top 3 cars on screen. Make it top 4 because Tyler Schultz comes back into the picture right now. Schultz in 4th position. Oh, Norman smacks the outside wall down into turns in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Berkeley railing the top side of the racetrack. 4 down and 6 to run, and Berkeley, now that he's gotten by Nathan Norman, he sets his sight on the Horsham off-road Allure Esports entry of Tyler Bish. Can Bish hold on? Again, Bish was 3rd coming into tonight's point standings with Clayton Tilley not here Daniel Boyd, I'm pretty sure, will be in heat number 5. He's going to have a lot of work to do. And looking for a good result here in heat race number 4. Your penultimate heat race of the night. Berkeley closing in. Nathan Norman still runs in 3rd. Tyler Schultz 4th. Lachlan Horton 5th. Then you go back to Haitley, Simpson, Burke, McKean. McKean's back in the pits. Oh, Berkeley tags the back of Bish. And he tried to stop just to let Bish back by into the race lead. But Nathan Norman says thank you very much. And now there goes Berkeley into the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. And Tyler Schultz now claims up position number 2. Schultz lines up in front of Berkeley. Berkeley back underneath him. Lachlan Horton now the big beneficiary out of that one along with Nathan Norman. But Lachlan Horton, he's into position number 4. But it won't matter because we've got 1 lap left to run. And in fact, it'll be 2 more left-hand turns down into turn number 3 here at the Weedsport Speedway Park. Checkered flag is out. Nathan Norman wins. 2nd will go to Joel Berkeley. 3rd of the line is going to be Tyler Schultz. Lachlan Horton 4th. Stephen Haitley 5th. Tyler Bish 6th. Riley Simpson, Jason Burke, and Jonathan McKean. Your 9 starters. 8 finishes. Norman, Berkeley, Schultz, and Horton your top 4. Haitley, Bish, Simpson, Burke, McKean, and Borden all going to the B main. Your 5th and final heat of the Sprint Car Series. Braden Miller lines up at a position number 1. Position number 2, 2nd in points, and he's got an opportunity to maybe take over the points lead. He's got a lot of work to do, but he needs a perfect night. It's Daniel Boyd, the 79, position number 2. Robert Crawley, the 35, at a position number 3. Aidan Beelan, another one of our American visitors, lines up at a position number 4. Liam Russell lining up at a position number 5. He's the new Eastern Creek Speedway pit reporter driving the number 1 machine of Matt Bailey, lining up at a position number 6. John Schultz for Pace Syndicate, the 78, at a position number 7. Ash Hammond, the JSI Racing, number 4, at a position at number 8. Jeremy Keens, Rod Knight, and Liam Reynolds lines up out of position number 10. In fact, Reynolds did not make the call, so that will make it 48 drivers who has signed into the pit area or taken to the racetrack for heat racing competition. Trevor Royer not here as well. He was 4th coming into tonight. Max Bevan is here. Jason Crawford is. Mitchell is here. Walton is not. Berkey and Johnson. So we've got 2 drivers who aren't here from the top 10. That happens to be Clayton Tilley and Joshua Walton. We'll see how it shakes out. Heat race number 5, your 5th and final heat race of the night. Green flag is out. Braden Miller and Daniel Boyd. Miller got a good start. Crawley on the inside of Boyd. Here comes Beelan, going to try and make a 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Contact with Russell, and upside down goes Aidan Beelan in the 13A machine. So Beelan has got a whole lot of work to do here in the consolation race. Take a look at your new Eastern Creek Speedway pit reporter, Matt Bailey. The 99 machine now moves by Liam Russell, moves into position number 4. He picked up a hard charger award last week, so he's got some speed in the 99 machine. Hammond trying to get by Russell. Jeremy Keens right there as well. John Schultz as well. Your race leader is Braden Miller. 4 down and 6 to run. So the Pinnacle Sim Racing number 99 machine of Matt Bailey is still in that 4th and final transfer position. He's got the Q skips. iRacing Dirt Outlaws TV number 99 machine just rolls the bottom side. John Schultz back there in position number 5. And I tell you what, Schultz would love to get straight into the main event. 7 down, 3 to run. There's Schulte on screen in the 78. Who's got enough cojones to work it up on the top side of the racetrack? Well, Ash Hammond does, but let me tell you, Hammond, you should know. You should have read the Power Plats presentation. These walls do not move. 2 to go for your race leader, Brayden Miller. Daniel Boyd for Vortex Sim Sports works the inside. The white flag is out for Brayden Miller in the 2 machine for OBR Sim Sports. Down into turn number 3, out of turn 4. Checkered flag will fly. Miller wins from Boyd in 2nd, Crawley 3rd, and Matt Bailey in 4th. We'll take a look at heat number 5 results on your screen. Miller, Boyd, Crawley and Bailey all going to the show. Schultz, Kingsrod, Hammond, Beerline, Russell and Reynolds all be going to a B main. Let's take a look at B main number 1, 13 laps on the board. And the top 2 will be going to the main event. Starting out of position number 1, 14 car field by the way. Kobe Wright lines up out of position number 1. It's Billy Ryan out of position number 2. John Schultz lines up out of position number 3. Thomas Mitchell out of position number 4. Tyler Bish rolling off from your 5th starting position to the outside. Craig Plater out of position number 6. Boyd Bowden will start inside row 4. That'll be position number 7. Position number 8 will be Ash Hammond. Position number 9, it's going to be Luke Johnson. And Jason Burke rolls off out of position number 10. Position number 11, we'll see Kyle Mock start alongside Justin Wright out of position number 12. Reynolds did not make the call again, so Aston Hurley will start shotgun at the back of this field. Ross, you didn't touch the wall, so I'm going to say yes. Now there will be a random inversion between 1 and 10. We'll do that after B main number 2. But we're going to get through to B mains first and take care of those 2. Take care of our 24 starters. So Wright and Ryan. 13 on the board. Green is out and Ryan shuts the door on Kobe Wright down into 1 and 2. Look at Mitchell trying to wheel it, deal it up on the top side. Oh no, there goes Billy Ryan. Down into 3 and 4. There was contact with Kobe Wright. Schultz trying to work the inside on Thomas Mitchell through turn number 1 and 2. Mitchell desperately wanting to get into the show. Sitting top 5. Pretty sure it's top 5 in the point standings. Sitting, in fact, it's 7th position in the point standings. I apologize. Schultz trying to get into the big dance as well. Right. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell with a big slide job down into turn number 3 and 4 on Kobe Wright. Kobe Wright back to the inside. Dead heat near at the start finish line. Wright slides up. Here comes Mitchell back down to the inside. Mitchell takes back the race lead down into turn number 3. 5 down, 8 to run. Thomas Mitchell has it by half a car length. Oh boy, Kobe Wright. Hello, Blinky Bill. Some mechanical issues on the 078 machine. Maybe Mum and Dad have pulled out the connection. There he comes back in. He's gone nearly a full lap. Oh boy, that must be really unsettling for the likes of Thomas Mitchell and John Schultz. Here comes Tyler Bish in the 41 machine. Bish needs to make it to the top 2. He's all over the back of John Schultz down into turn number 1 and 2. Again, this is for a good battle and a good starting position from 23rd. These drivers, whoever finishes 2nd, because take a look at it this way. Thomas Mitchell, if he wins, he's into the show. He's 7th in points. Tyler Bish needs to get into the top 2. He sits 3rd in the overall point standings. And if he doesn't make it, well, he is going to be disappointed, because this was a night that potentially could have set himself up for maybe a JSI Racing Championship. We've got just 3 laps to go this time by for your race leader. Do not count out the 41 just yet. Here he comes, rolling the top into turn number 1. He's grabbed the cushion. Mitchell with 2 to run. Oh no, there goes Kobe Wright. He's pulled off. Oh, Bish got it getting a little tight down into 1. So the 2 drivers that sit themselves inside the top 10 just find themselves 1 lap away from making the big dance. And it is Thomas Mitchell at the moment, the Vortex Sim Sports number 02 machine for SpeedShop51.com. Into 3, out of 4. Checkered flag is out. Thomas Mitchell wins. Tyler Bish second. John Schultz third. Luke Johnson fourth. Justin Wright in 5th. Hammond in 6th. Bowden, Plater in 7 and 8. Wright, Mock your top 10. Hurley in 11th. Burke in 12th. And Billy Ryan in position number 13. The 2 big ones from that one. And in fact, Luke Johnson finished 4th in that one. He was inside the top 10 in points as well. So the points could take a bit of a shake after. We could have a bit of a shake up after tonight's main event. But there is Mitchell and Bish going through to the main event. B main number 2. Leo Hooton will start alongside Stephen Haley in row 1. Row 2 is going to be Jacob Croker and Mitchell Clark. Row 3, Jeremy Keendrod and William Pilot. Row 4 will be Riley Simpson and Alex Ryan. Row 5, Jared Wollstonecroft and Aidan Beerline. Row 6, Andrew Parks and Jonathan McKean. Row 7, Jake Baines, Tony Walsh. And that will be all, because Corey Borden again did not make the call. Tyler Schultz, thank you for the 500 stars, buddy. I appreciate that one. You reckon Aidan Beerline? I'm going to take out B main number 2. Tell you what, I'll bet you, I'll make a bet with you. I'll give you 1 setup pack for any car, any track, as long as I've got it, that Aiden doesn't win. If he wins, you send through 1,000 stars. You double it up. I'll give it to the end of lap number 1, Schultzy. You say yes or no. If the bet's on, the bet's on. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're on the way. Leo Heaton. And, oh, there goes Croker. Look out, look out. Oh, Beerline going to get tagged in that one. I hope by the time you're typing that message, you say no. Because, unfortunately... Oh, come on. Unlucky for Beerline. Mitchell Clark on the outside looking into the zero machine. He was phenomenal in the UMP Rumble last week at Volusia. Cannot wait for the UMPs to take to the dirt track at Charlotte. Meanwhile, Stephen Haitley, your race leader. Not for long. Here comes Clark, just rolling right through the middle of the racetrack. And these drivers, well, they're about to get a good taste of what the racetrack is going to be like for the 35-lap journey. Again, we'll have a maximum of 3 yellows, 3 admin cautions. Haitley, tell you what, he's trying to drive it up on the top side, trying to drive it deep into turn 1 and 2. So, 1. Silly sausage, I am. Alex Ryan working the top. Heaton trying to come into position number 2, down into 1 and 2. Ryan nearly tags the back of Heaton, but Haitley holds on to position number 2. Clark still your race leader. We're about at the midway point of B main number 2. The final B main of round number 10. Thanks to Cabcoat, JSI Racing and Cabworks Kitchens. The entire team here, or the entire team at JSI Racing, they do a wonderful job each and every Sunday evening. Wollstonecraft in the number 38 machine. Here comes Beeline back to position number 6 in the team. What if we had a caution right about now? Not that we'd get one thrown. He's only about 3 seconds away. And if we did have a caution, it would certainly throw a spanner into the works. Oh, Beeline on the inside of Wollstonecraft, and Wollstonecraft, well, 10 points for Beeline. We're giving 13 points on that one. 3 laps remaining for Mitchell Clark. Good job, Matthew. Well done, buddy. You look for another hard charger award this week, eh? You picked up $2.50 last week, courtesy of Luke Johnson Racing. Just goes to show you. You put a steering wheel in your hand, you're just as good as what you are when you take to Eastern Creek Speedway, the new pit reporting job. So happy for you, buddy. White flag is out. B-main number 2. Back straight away. Into turns 3. Out of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Mitchell Clark wins. Stephen Hately second. Leo Heaton third. Jake Baines fourth. Aiden Beerline back to position number 5. He's going to miss the show, unfortunately. But he'll miss it with McKean, Keendrod, Walsh, Wollstonecraft, Pilot, Ryland Parks, Simpson, and everybody else in the club getting tipsy. So there is your B-main result. Let's just make sure that he's not talking to anybody first. So before we drag him down, we've got 1 to 10, correct, Bergie?
Yep, 1 to 10, mate.
1 to 10, and we are looking at a 10-car inversion, Chief.
10 car, thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
There we go. Now, we are going to take those off because, just so you guys are aware, there is the 10-car inversion. And that result has just happened just now. We are 3 minutes past the hour. So the checkered flag should be falling very shortly on this warm-up session. Tomorrow morning or later on this evening in the United States of America, Sunday night, the World of Thunder Esports League plays host to the Knoxville Raceway. Other way around, Knoxville Raceway plays host to the World of Thunder Esports League. 360 sprint cars followed by super late model. Wow, Daniel Boyd on the front row. He is second in points. So yeah, if we wanted to look at it that way, this would put, ready? So this would put Daniel Boyd, position number 1, position number 2, with Joel Berkeley. Oh my. What a front row that is. That is juicy. Your 24 starters, let's go from back to front. Position number 24 be Stephen Hately. Position number 23, it's Tyler Bish. Mitchell Clark, position number 22. Position number 21, it's Thomas Mitchell. Matt Bailey lines up out of position number 20. Lachlan Horton out of position number 19. Cooper Wilson, position number 18. Position number 17, it's Jason Crawford. Position number 16, Daniel Cassidy. Position number 15, Robert Crawley. Position number 14, Tyler Schultz. Position number 13, it's Max Bevan. Position number 12, Paul Bryan. Position number 11, it's Lewis Clark. Position number 10 will be Landon Cardoza. Position number 9, Ross Kaiser. Position number 8, Clayton Davies. Position number 7, it's Nathan Norman. Position number 6, Brayden Miller. Position number 5, Braden Shute. Position number 4, Cameron O'Brien. Position number 3, Harry Stewart. Position number 2, Joel Berkeley. And pole position for tonight, 35 lap main event, the Vortex Sim Sports number 2 machine. In the Speed Shop 51.79, it is Daniel Boyd. So, not sure why Tyler Schultz has moved to the outside of the front row. Berkeley's been, or opted, to go to the rear of the field. And yeah, let's go at it. This time by round number 10 of the JSI Racing 360 SmackDown Series. We go live for 35 here at Weedsport Speedway Park, and we are green down into turn number 1 and 2. We're already 2 and 3 wide through the field. Daniel Boyd leads Harry Stewart down into 3 and 4. Look at Clayton Davies trying to come through the field. Stewart still rides in second. Oh, look out. Oh, there goes Braden Miller. That is in the number 2 machine. Oh, Rob Crawley on the inside. And we might just be having our first yellow. We're going to stay green. Berkeley up to position number 10 already. Oh, my. Kaiser in 9th. Cardoza trying to wheel and deal through the field. Right through the middle of the racetrack he goes. Cardoza fighting off. Oh, look out. Tyler Schultz now getting a little loose out of turn number 2. Cardoza into the creek, down into turn number 3. Tyler Schultz has got all sorts of drama. Ross Kaiser upside down. And we are yellow. Kaiser's on the inside of the pit wall. He's inside the concrete wall in turns 1 and 2. So Braden, shoot your race leader. So looking at the championship standings, Clayton Tilley, of course, not here. Daniel Boyd, 3rd. Tyler Bish, 17th. Trevor Roy, not here. Max Bevan, 9th. Crawford and Mitchell. Crawford in 11th and Mitchell in 13th. Walton, not here. Burke, I believe, out of the event. He did not transfer. Neither did Luke Johnson. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers out of the top 10 that is here. So that's the first of 3 yellow flags. Again, maximum of 3 yellow flags. So some nice speed shots here at the Weedsport Speedway facilities here on the iRacing.com service. Let's take a look at the restart, shall we? Green flag off turn number 4. We're back underway here in the main event. We'll get the timing on the top left here in just a few moments' time, but we are going to feel the rumble here at Weedsport and see how these drivers get around. You're noticing a very, very slick racetrack. Getting real close to the action into turns 1 and 2. There's a good shot of the back straightaway. Harry Stewart, your race. No, Braden Shoot, your race leader from Harry Stewart. Daniel Boyd in 3rd. Boydie runs the bottom side of the racetrack. That LCJ Carpentry. Vortex Sim Sports. Here comes Davies working the outside down into turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Stewart coming after your race leader into turn number 1 and 2. Stewart keeping the left side ties in the moisture all the way through and getting a good run down the back straightaway. Shoot and Stewart side by side. We are yellow. So the 5 of Jason Crawford. So 4 drivers out so far of tonight's main event. Paul Bryan, Robert Crawley, Tyler Schultz and Ross Kaiser. And 3 out of those 4 drivers happen to be Americans. We've already lost Aiden Beerline here this evening. So flying the lone solo flag left in this field for the Americans happens to be a driver sitting in 6th position, Landon Cardoza. Driving the SpeedShop51.com Momentum Sim Sports Juice Energy Drink. In the 14. So the lights are still on around the virtual Weedsport Speedway Park. Mitchell Clark from 22nd up to position number 10. Biggest mover so far through the field. Talabish, Stephen Haley, both drivers up 9 positions as well. They started 23rd and 24th respectively. Don't forget, we've still got the UMP Rumble, the finale of the 6-week series. Green flag flying back out here at Weedsport. Harry Stewart leads us back to green. 15 down, 20 to run. Oh man, Boydie's got some company there with O'Brien and Davies. And Davies now up to position number 4. Just going to follow Daniel Boyd through 3 and 4 on the bottom side. Here comes O'Brien back to the outside down into turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Stewart trying to fend off a challenge from Braden Shute. Good battle for 1 and 2. Good battle for 3, 4 and 5. And now nearly going to make it 6 because here comes Joel Berkeley. Joel Berkeley. After opting to go to the real, not opting to go, I think there might be a virtual penalty from the heat race. Davies on the inside of Boyd now for positions number 3. Boyd giving Davies a little nudge in the rear nerve bar, but not enough to unsettle the 50 machine. Davies back low down into 3 and 4. Stewart getting that left front tyre very, very close to the inside wall, the inside concrete wall. Let me tell you, it does not move. Davies up to position number 2 and gets by Braden Shute. Now Braden Shute got some company with it because here comes Daniel Boyd. But we stay laser focused on Clayton Davies because he is catching up to your race leader. 20 down and 15 to go. Just one more yellow left should we need it. Davies getting a real big run down into 3. And he tried to stick a nose on the inside of the 11 machine of Harry Stewart. Stewart fights him off out of turn number 2. Now he'll go to the middle of the racetrack. Davies will look to slide up just a little bit, but Harry Stewart. Stewart, Davies side by side for your race lead. Davies takes over the number 1 position. And Davies with 13... make that 12 to go. Stewart, he's gone, you know what? I'm not going to have any success running the bottom side, so he figured he may as well just put it on the cushion and see if it is going to eat. He's got the wing tug back. And the 11 is into the wall and upside down. He gets it back on all fours. A nice little trick there. That moves Daniel Boyd back to position number 3. And what was going to be your original front row starting position after the inversion with just 10 laps left to run. Daniel Boyd in 3rd position. Joel Berkeley in 4th. Can Clayton Davies hold on to the race lead? Man, Berkeley got real close to the rear nerve bar, the 79 machine. Berkeley trying to rip the lip. Now Braden Shute trying to rip the lip down into 1. Boyd just sticking to the preferred line on the bottom side of the racetrack. Berkeley trying everything he can to work it on the top side of the racetrack. Give him props right now, because he's not afraid to go up there, not afraid to go where nobody else is at the moment. Seven laps remaining here at Weedsport for Clayton Davies, trying to pick up a win. in round number 10. 6 to go. Cardoza in 6. And again, a lot of the drivers just fighting to stay to the bottom side of the speedway. There is Braden Shute again, not shying away from the fact that he's trying to go to the top side of the racetrack. 5 to go, so the Palmer's out from the virtual iRacing flagman. Mitchell Clark from 22nd up to position number 8, advancing 14 positions. And with 4 to go, he may just pick up a couple of more, depending on who is around him at the moment. And he's got about a 3/10 of a gap back to Lewis Clark in the triple one machine. But the battle between 2, 3, and 4. Here comes Berkeley to the outside on Daniel Boyd into 1. Boyd goes to the middle of the raceway, down the back straightaway. We come to 2 to go. Clayton Davies, all but signed, sealed, and delivered. Berkeley to 3rd, Boyd back to 4th. 1.5 to go. Who's going to have it into turns 3 and 4? Berkeley into the concrete. He's going to give 3rd back to Daniel Boyd. But it won't matter too much because Clayton Davies is already down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Clayton Davies will win here at Weedsport in round number 10 of the JSI Racing 360 SmackDown Series. 2nd unofficially will go to Braden Shute. Daniel Boyd unofficially in 3rd. Joel Berkeley in 4th. Cameron O'Brien going to round out the top 5. And round number 10, just like that, is done. The win will go to Clayton Davies. Shute home in 2nd. Boyd 3rd. 4th is Berkeley, just behind Boyd. O'Brien, that's Cameron O'Brien, 5th. Landon Cardoza, 6th. Lewis Clark, 7th. Mitchell Clark, 8th. Braden Miller, 9th. 10th was Cooper Wilson. Lachlan Horton in 11th. Nathan Norman in 12th. 13th was Stephen Hately. Tyler Bish, 14th. 15th was Thomas Mitchell. 16th, Max Bevan. Matt Bailey, 17th, a lap down, along with Jason Crawford in 18th. Harry Stewart, 19th. Daniel Cassidy, 20th. Ross Kaiser, 21st. Tyler Schultz, 22nd. Rob Crawley in 23rd. And Paul Bryan in position number 24. So just the 2 cautions in that one. And not a bad way to wrap up round number 10 of the series. Try and chat to your winner. And the podium. And in fact, let's go down to victory lane and chatting to the man that gets the job done here tonight. The 50 machine of Clayton Davies. Clayton, congratulations on this victory. Boy, you really had to work for that one. But man, I'll tell you what, once you got to the race lead, it was pretty much smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard track. It was pretty much a freight train around the bottom and kind of had to stick your nose where you had to kind of have the balls to stick your nose where it almost didn't belong to get any passes done. But no, it was good driving by all the boys up in the top half of the field. It was a lot of respect thrown around, and it was good to finally have a good battle with people that can race respectfully.
Mike, as you said, this was a real tricky track, real slick from top to bottom. You said it was a freight train on the bottom. Do you think that maybe a track reset could have done this track any good, or do you still think that, you know, being Weedsport, what we have is basically what we've been given, and that's just a freight train on the bottom?
I think it's just more the track. Like, the track's just difficult. It's like, especially when you got a fixed set, you can't really change it to where you'd prefer to run. Like a open set, I'd prefer to run the cushion, but this set, like fixed set, you just got to go where you can go and just deal with it how you can. Weedsport's just a technical track, and you really just got to go wherever the car will let you go. Just
on that technical track, mate, how tough is it to try and put 35 consistent laps together, and to do it from where you start? I think you started around 6th or 7th or somewhere around there. What was your game plan and trying to put 35 near perfect laps together?
First 10s, I always have a rule in my book. First 10s just to get yourself settled. Don't try and do anything heroic in the first 10 because it's just going to end up in tears. After that, I kind of focus on getting my positions and making moves, and then just the last 10 is just keeping it calm. Not gonna win a race in the first 34 laps of this race. It's won on the last lap.
No, buddy, well done on the job here tonight, picking up round number 10 of the 360 portion of the program, thanks to JSI Racing. Clayton, before we let you go, of course, a lot of good sponsors on this race car, buddy. A lot of good people behind the scenes. Now's an opportunity to take some time to thank those people.
Thanks, mate. Before I thank them, I'll thank you for putting on the broadcast every week. It's always good to have our races broadcast to our friends and family. To the guys in JSI, thanks for putting on the league. Partner-wise, I'd like to thank Western Machine Shop, Atlantic Oil, P1 Performance Race Gear, AC Sports, Cricky Motorsports, SRT Australia, BK Designs, CD Cinematography, ABR Setup Shop, Bunbury Kitchens, Locked On Lads for their ongoing support with me and my business, Heatwave Designs, and Slick Apparel.
There we go, beautifully spoken from your winner here this evening in Victory Lane. Clayton Davies gets the job done. Home in second spot tonight will be Braden Shute. Braden, congratulations on second spot. And well, I'll tell you what, you had something for Clayton and Harry there at the start of that race, but unfortunately you come in one spot shy.
Yeah, I just fell off at the end. Track just got very slick and I just struggled at the end, but it's just good racing with Clayton and Harry there at the start. Just shame I fell off at the end.
Mate, Fix It Up Racing always provides its challenges in itself. Where did you feel most comfortable here tonight? Because Clayton said that it was pretty locked down on the bottom side. Where were you sort of comfortable rolling around?
Yeah, just on the bottom. I was just locked down on the bottom the whole race. I couldn't go to top. I just didn't feel comfortable out there. So the bottom was definitely the way to go. It was the fastest way around the track, so that's where it was.
It's sort of looking back at it now, there's a couple of times where you went to the top in late in those stages of that race in turns 1 and 2. Do you think you could have done anything differently to maybe being that one step higher up on the podium? No, not really. I gave it everything I had on the top, but it just couldn't work. Clayton was just too quick on the bottom, so full credit to him on the win. Well, mate, still a drive in second place. So we know you've got a lot of good sponsors on this race. I'm sure a lot of good people behind the scenes backing you in this 76 machine. Everyone at OBR Sim Sports for their help, Supreme Poultry for sponsoring, and yeah, thank you to everyone. There we go, Braden Shute, ladies and gentlemen, home in second spot. We'll chat to the driver who comes home in third place here tonight. It is the 79 for Vortex Sim Sports entry. It's Daniel Boyd. Daniel, congratulations on third place. And well, yeah, you somewhat lucked out of this one a little bit to get back into third because Berkeley had something for you then, but he was just trying something different on the top side. And I guess the preferred line down on the bottom side was where you had to be tonight.
Yeah, pretty much. That sums up my whole race, really. Got lucky with the invert to start me out of pole. When you need a bit of luck when you're running against these guys. And I could see Joel coming. I just sort of, I just tried to hold that inside line and do what I can. And I sort of had something for Braden then, but he dropped down on the inside. And then, it was just a bit of luck in the end, but I'm happy to get the podium. Mate, how difficult is it to try and run a set that you're not used to, and to do that basically level out the playing field? Because open setup, this could have been a different story, but fixed setup racing has its challenges in itself. Yeah, it does. It's definitely a whole different aspect of the way you drive. So you crank the wing back a little bit and tighten it up, and it seems to work good. And it's still there's still good setups that they give us. They're not that bad. So I love running JSI. I love running the fixed setup, and you sort of just puts the drivers on an equal playing field. And when you can get results like this, it makes me really happy to be up amongst these guys. Racing with these guys. So that's good. Well, mate, I can tell you were second coming into round number 10 here this evening. About 100 points behind Clayton Davies. I can tell you right now, as it stands going in to, I think there's 2 weeks left of the season. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure there's only 2 weeks left of the season. You are now the new points leader. What do you take momentum-wise for the next couple of races? Because you're now got a target on your back being the points leader. Yeah, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I've been pretty consistent this season. You just got to quali well and get that first heat out of the way and transfer into the feature, and then just get solid results. And that's all I try and do every week. I really focus on that qualifying, and it's a tough field you're racing here, so it doesn't take much to drop out of that transfer. And they only take two from each B and C, so it makes it hard. So I'm just going to keep what I'm doing, and hopefully those results keep coming, and maybe I can get that points championship.
Well, we look forward to the next couple of weeks. But Daniel, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. No doubt there's a lot of good sponsors on this race, and a lot of good people behind the scenes to help you out each and every week, buddy.
Yeah, cheers to you for doing the broadcast every week. It's a top level broadcast. I love watching the broadcast back. Thanks to everyone that's watching, and shout out to all the guys at Vortex SimSport for making it happen. It's a new team, and we're starting to get some decent results, and we can't do it without those awesome sponsors that we got. And thanks to Speed Shop 51, J-Dub Cinematography, and LCJ Carpentry for everything they do for us. It's taking the team to another level, and we're starting to get some decent results. So it's good to be a part of it.
All right, there we go. Daniel Boyd, home in position number 3. Your new points leader after 10 weeks of competition. That wraps up round number 10 of the JSI Racing 360 SmackDown series. Again, I'm pretty sure there's only 2 weeks left. But for now, we have got one more race on the program for this evening. It is, or one more session, I should say. We've got the final race of the UMP Rumble. We'll take a quick trip out to the dirt track at Charlotte, North Carolina, and we'll be back in about 30 minutes' time. But until then, a big thanks to CabWorks, Cabcoat, and JSI Racing, and all the wonderful sponsors here at UltimateDirtTV. We certainly thank you, race fans, for tuning in. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you back for the UMPs in a few moments' time.